Yeah, dear student, welcome back to the business study class. And today we continue with our chapter 6, social responsibility of the business. Hello, so in the previous video, I gave you the introduction about the concept of the social responsibility. Hello, how the social responsibility is now is a emerging concept and how businesses are accepting it. Hello, so I told you about the meaning and concept of the social responsibility, as well as we also discuss about the arguments in support of social responsibility and argument against social responsibility. Because some are favoring that there shall be a social responsibility of the business, and by the business, some of the businesses are against it. Because if you contribute some towards the social responsibility, your profit is going to be hard. Yeah. But you remember, just in pandemic season, Ratan Tata has donated 1500 crore rupees for the corona pandemic, and so many other person has contributed it. So we will say that social or responsibility, that its concept has been gaining popularity amongst the businessmen as well as people also. Yeah. So today we are going to study the kinds of social responsibility. Yeah. So first is economic responsibility. First is economic responsibility. Now what does it mean, economic responsibility? This simply means an effort of the business enterprises to earn money or to continuously produce goods and services for the welfare of the society and to earn money in return. So that thing is called economic responsibility. Why? Because the business organization is basically an economic entity. So it is the duty of business organization to continuously produce goods and render services for the welfare of society. Okay? Next is legal responsibility. As the business has a responsibility to operate within the laws of the country, to respect the laws of the country. Clear? Since these laws are meant for the good of the society, a law-abiding enterprises is a socially responsible enterprise as well. Okay? So legal responsibility is very necessary to make a compliance with the legal responsibility. Okay? Next is ethical. Ethical means moral. So it is the ethical duty of every business enterprises to produce quality goods and services for the society, not to adopt unfair means in producing goods and services. Clear? Next is discretionary. Now discretionary services means this refers to the purely voluntary obligation that an enterprise assumes, for instance, providing charitable contribution to the educational institute or helping the affected people during the floods or earthquake. It is the responsibility of the company management to safeguard the capital investment by avoiding speculative activity and undertaking only healthy business venture which give good return on investment. As I am continuously telling you in social responsibility, what we have studied, that everything can't be codified. So many things you have to be adopted at your own. So that responsibility is called discretionary responsibility. Clear? Now next is responsibility towards different business growth. Social responsibility towards different interest group. Social responsibility towards different interest group. So first is responsibility towards shareholders. Clear? Or owners. Shareholders, public owners. So what is the responsibility of a business towards its shareholder or an owner is to provide a fair return to the shareholder or owners. Clear? Fair return means to earn the profit and give it back to their shareholders or the owners or entrepreneur of the business, and to ensure the safety of the investment. The corporate enterprise is a company form of organization must also provide shareholder with regular, accurate and full information about working as well as a scheme of the future growth, as well as the full disclosure principle which I told you in chapter 3 of accountancy is also applicable for this responsibility. Clear? Next is responsibility towards workers. Now what is responsibility towards the worker? To make them timely payment, their increment, payment of wages, bonus, salary, their whatever is accrue on account of their payment shall be made on time. So this is also the responsibility of the business towards a worker, to make them timely payment, promotion, and to make them socially secure. Clear? Third, responsibility towards consumers. What is the responsibility towards consumer? Is the supply of the raw quality and quantity of the goods and services to the consumer at reasonable prices constitute the responsibility of an enterprise towards its customers. The enterprise must take proper precaution against adulteration, poor quality, lack of desired services and courtesy to consumers, misleading and dishonest advertising and so on. They must also have the right of information about the product. The company and other matters have been a bearing on their purchasing decision. Okay. Next is responsibility towards government. Okay. What is the responsibility of an enterprise towards government? Is to make the timely payment of taxes to the government and towards the community. Clear? Is to respect the laws of the country, pay taxes regularly and honestly. It must behave as a good citizen and according to the well accepted values of the society. It must protect the natural environment and should avoid bad, affluent, smoky chimneys. Clear? Do not pollute the environment. Clear? Ugly buildings, dirty working condition. It must also develop a proper image in the society through continuous interaction with different interest groups. So generally these are the main responsibility of the business. First is towards the shareholder and owner to provide them adequate return on their capital invested, towards the worker to make them timely payment, to make them socially secure, towards the consumer to produce good quality goods and services, and towards the government and community make the proper pay proper taxes to the government, respect the laws of the country, and to do the community service. Okay? Now the biggest question nowadays arises for today's business is the business and environmental protection. Business and environmental protection. Clear? This is very necessary. So protection of the environment is a serious issue nowadays that confronts business manager and decision makers. You have seen the situation of big cities like Delhi and they are covered with the smog nowadays. Smog is a new term. It is a combination of two words, smoke and fog. Clear? The environment is defined as the totality of the man surrounding, both natural and man-made. These surroundings are also in the nature of resources that are useful for human life. The resources may also be called natural resources like land, water, air, fauna and flora, and raw materials, or man-made resources such as cultural heritage, socio-economic institution and the people. Clear? Now, the pollution changes the physical, chemical and biological characteristics. If the environment is polluted, everything will turn into a bad situation. Clear? People are not able to inhale the good quality of the air. Clear? And the human has to face several type of diseases. So pollution changes physical, chemical and biological characteristics of air, land and water. Pollution harms the human life and life of other species too. It's not only the human who are suffering, even the entire natural vegetation, flora, fauna, birds, living being, animals are also suffering because of this pollution. It also degrades the living condition while wasting or depleting raw material resources. The country's cultural heritage is also affected and also become increasingly difficult to protect all historical monuments. So because of the huge or high degree of pollution, even our historical monuments are also depleting or degrading. Clear? You will see their upper texture is distorted. This just happened because of the presence of toxic chemicals in the air. Pollution exists because the environment can absorb only a limited amount of pollutant and waste. Some hazardous waste or toxic byproducts and chemicals are termed as hazardous pollutants because they have toxic characteristics that the environment cannot assimilate. There is a capacity of an environment to absorb the pollutant, but humans are doing pollution beyond the controllable or absorbable limits. So sometimes it is very difficult for an environment to assimilate that pollution. Pollution thus causes risk to environment quality, human health, and damage to natural and man-made resources. Protection of the environment is directly related to control of pollution. Okay? Now we will study the causes of pollution. So it must be recognized that all sectors in our society, industry, government, agriculture, mining, energy, transport, and consumer generate waste. Waste contain pollutant, which are the material of the chemicals that they have been discarded during the process of production. Nowadays, see, there are some excessive layers of packaging. Unnecessarily, plastic is being used in packaging. Clear? Now that thing is becoming a waste after the use. Clear? This last year, Modi ji has banned the use of single disposable plastic. What we are doing, we are bringing polythene from the market and coming at the home, we are discarding it. So now this has become a very big problem. Pollution is caused by these pollutants which are released into the environment beyond its assimilation capacity. Among the various sources of pollution, industry is a major generator of waste in terms of both quantity and toxicity. Business activities such as production, distribution, transport, marketing, delivering of the goods to the far distance places, unnecessary packaging, use of material which takes very long time to degrade. So all of these things are contributing to the pollution. So many business enterprises have been responsible for causing environmental pollution. So basically pollution are discussed in these ways, types of pollution. First is air pollution. As we are using more and more transport vehicle, we are using biological fuel. So that biological fuel emits carbon dioxide. So that is the major reason for air pollution. So several factories are running chimneys. Chimneys are emitting pollutant and degrading the quality of air. The live example of this is our national capital Delhi, which is suffering from severe air pollution. Okay. Second is water pollution. As we don't have standards for throwing the wastewater, though we have created the law, but there is no proper enforcement. So factory, industry, people are washing clothes in the river and polluting the whole water. Industry releasing the waste material into the river and nobody is there to look after that. So that thing is causing water pollution also. Okay. Next is land pollution. We are emitting or releasing several types of toxic things into the open air, putting in the land. We have created landfill site. You have heard about the Ghazipur of Delhi. It is the Asia's highest dump yard. Clear? So we are also polluting the land. And next is noise pollution. With the increased use of vehicles, now we are facing beyond natural pollution one more type of pollution, that is called noise pollution. It is very difficult in the big cities to sleep even in the night because vehicles are running and they are unnecessarily blowing their horns. Clear? So several type of pollution is there and there is a strict need for pollution control. need for pollution control. So as you see that we are degrading the environment, so there is a strict need for pollution control, because now pollution is causing severe diseases to the humans and to everyone. So there is a strict need for pollution control. Pollution prevention or control is needed to preserve precious environmental resources and to improve the environmental quality, so that preserved resources can be utilized for the benefit of mankind and the improvement of health and well-being of the people. Clear? So why it is very necessary? Because now the pollution is degrading the human life. Clear? Now the recent concept is that you have heard about the plastic. Now plastic has entered into our food chain with the use of sea salt. Clear? Even you will see several videos are there on the social media that animals are or sea animals are trapped into the fishing nets or something like that. Clear? They have swallowed the plastic material by seeing them as a food, and later on they are being dead because of that thing also. Clear? So why there is a reason to have a pollution control? If we do not control reduction of health hazard, now what is happening? Every year near about 1 million people died because of in the whole world because of this environmental pollution. So in order to reduce the health hazards, there is increasing evidence that many diseases like cancer, heart attack and lung complication are caused by the pollutants in the environment. Pollution control measure can not only check the seriousness of such disease but can also be supportive of healthy life on the earth. Okay? So dirty pollution or pollutant are causing serious threat to the human health. Next, reduce risk of liability. Now what does it mean, reduce risk of liability? It is possible that an enterprise is held liable to pay compensation to the people affected by the toxicity of gaseous, liquid and solid waste it is released into the environment. Therefore, it is sound business policy to install pollution control devices. You have seen the several industrial accidents which is happening nowadays. Just few days or few months back there was a gas release in Vice at Visakhapatnam, and because it was poisonous gas, some people got died and several were injured or infected. So if you keep your pollution under control, you will have less amount of liability on account of these pollution hazard. Okay. Third is cost saving. Though some pollution control measures are very costly, but later on it proved to be very cost saving. For example, installation of solar power plant. Initially it cost high, but if you in the long run you will see, you can easily cover up the expenses. So in the end it will be a cost saving also. Clear? And in the end it will give, what it will give is improved public image. Improved public image. If you put adequate environmental pollution control measure, your public image will be improved. You heard about one tower in China that has been settled by their government, which clear near about 1 billion cubic meter of air. Clear? So these things we have to adopt to protect the environment, to grow economically, as well as to improve our environment. Okay? Next is other social benefits. Pollution control results in many other benefits like clear visibility, cleaner building, better quality of the life and the availability of natural products in a purer form. So the pollution control will also give benefits also. Okay? Now the question arises, role of business in environmental protection. That we will see. a business in environment protection. So since the quality of the environment is important for all of us, we have a collective responsibility to protect it from being spoiled. Whether it is government, business enterprise, consumer, worker or other members of society. Each one can do something to stop polluting the environment. See, government can only enact laws. But as I told you, it is very difficult to codify everything. Government can pass a law for everything. Something we have to do with our improved behavior. For example, not to litter the environment. People are going through a car, after eating chips or other thing, just throwing the garbage on the road. So we have to improve ourselves also. The business enterprise should, however, take the lead in providing their own solution to the environmental problem. It is the social responsibility of every business to take steps not only to check all sorts of pollution but also to protect environmental resources. As far as possible, business enterprises has to take adequate measures to stop the pollution or to litter the environment. Business enterprises are leading creator of wealth, employment, trade and technology. They also command huge financial, physical and human resources. They also know how to solve environmental pollution problem with a preventive approach by controlling pollutant at the source. In most cases, a modification or change in the process of production, redesigning of equipment, substituting poor quality material with better ones or other innovative approaches could greatly reduce or even eliminate pollution entirely. See, we can't stop settling the factories in order to make the economy grow, but at the same time we have to adopt the measures which can help the protection of environment. Clear? So how this business can protect the environment? Clear? So first is a definite commitment by top level management. A definite commitment by top level management. Now what does it mean? The moment top management of a business is not ready to protect the environment, nothing is possible. It's not possible by the lower level. So only the top level management can create, maintain and develop work culture for environmental protection and pollution prevention. Clear? Same time, the idea is being shared. At all levels of enterprise. It's not necessary that only the top management will make the policy and keep the policy with that and advertisement that APM made the policy. No, it shall be shared among all your departments. Okay? Developing clear-cut policy and program for purchasing goods, quality raw material, employing superior technology, using scientific techniques of disposal and treatment of waste. Okay? You have to make a clear-cut policy. Clear-cut policy with regard to the good purchase of good quality of the raw material, good techniques of the production, how to eliminate waste, how to eliminate the pollution. Clear? And at the same time, you have to comply. You have to comply with the law of land. Clear? You have to always comply. Legal responsibility we just heard. At the same time, you have to participate in government program and make to people aware. You have to make awareness campaign. This doesn't mean that just we are aware. We have to make everybody aware. For example, use of that black polythene. It is very hazardous. The moment usage is not stopped, the production will not stop. Alone Modi ji can't remove the use of disposable plastic the moment we are not with him. Periodical assessment of pollution controls. This we have to do. Periodical assessment. Periodical assessment of pollution control measure. See, in just few months back, when we are having a complete lockdown or shutdown, the quality of the environment has been improved highly, but now again it has started degrading. So we have to check it periodically. What are the things which are causing environmental degradation. Clear? Arranging educational workshop and training material to share technology information and experience with supplier, dealers and customer to get them actively involved in pollution control program. Clear? So this topic is finished. Next topic is business ethics. This is deleted from your syllabus. Clear? So I hope you have understood this. If you are having any doubt, confusion, you can contact me, text me, WhatsApp me, no problem at all. Clear? From my side, this chapter is over. Your half yearly syllabus is over. I will share you the NCERT exercise. The exercise given, short answer and long answer type, I will share it with you. Thank you. Thanks for joining.